All right, so here we have some more examples dealing with how we can simplify expressions only using the final answer in rational positive exponents and no radicals. So let's look at this first one. Now, although it looks long and may look a little, may look a little scary, let's just break it down one by one. So here we see -3 as the exponent, and that just means this whole group is being raised to -3 power. So we can simply just flip that whole thing over because it's just going to work the same way as, just as a fraction. So then that whole thing just becomes 2x plus 1 over 2x minus 1, and that all raised to the third power, +3 power now. Here, let's just now break it down by distributing to make it a little easier to work with. So we have 2 times 2x plus 1. That just becomes a 4x plus 2 minus a 2 times a 2x minus 1. So that becomes a minus 2 times 2x, so minus a 4x. Minus 2 times a minus 1, that will become a +2. All over a 2x plus 1 squared. Now here, you can see that these 4x's will cancel. And so all you have here left is 2 plus 2, so you have 4. So if we just take the -4 as a leading coefficient, multiply by that 4 on top, we really just have -16 as our leading coefficient. And you can make it, -4/1 if you want to make it a little easier to recognize. But what we have is -16 over 1 as the coefficient times, and what we really have going on here is just that 2x plus 1, let's put that to the third power, and let's distribute the 2x minus 1 to the third power, because each of these are their own groups. So what we can do then is rewrite this as 2x plus 1 to the third over 2x minus 1 to the third. And then this 4 is already gone because we already moved it to the front there. So you can just say there's a 1 here. But here we have a 2x plus 1 all to the second power in the denominator. And now what happens is now you can power these down because they're both the same groups. So you can basically have just 2x plus 1 to the first power here because you're going to do 3 minus 1 as the exponents. And leaving a -16 on top, -16. So we just have a 2x plus 1 to the first, or we can just write 2x plus 1 as is, because these cancel, becomes power of 1, all over a 2x minus 1 cubed. Just like that. Don't get tempted to want to cancel stuff out here because you see that they look similar. Like no, don't go with that. Don't make that mistake, please. All right, the next one. All right, this is actually pretty simple. This is just, again, a coefficient. This is just a coefficient. So this is equivalent to 1/2 times the reciprocal of 3/2, or times 3/2, or times 2/3. We just take those out, and we have left on top is 2x plus 5 to the -3/2 power. Close this box over here. And these 2's will cancel, so then you just have a 1/3 here. And let's make this exponent positive. So we're going to bring the 2x plus 5 into the denominator. And so all you have is 1 over a 2x plus 5 to 3/2 power. That's your final answer. All right, and number 9. Okay, so here we have the sum of fractions, so to speak, all being raised to the negative 1/2 power. Now, I think what they're probably trying to get you here with is maybe it's tempting to want to distribute this negative 1/2 to each group, but you don't want to do that yet. You want to, because this is not, doesn't work that way. So let's first work on the inside. First work and clean that inside up. So let's make all these exponents positive by bringing them to the numerator. So we just have x squared over 1 plus 4 times x to the 1 times y to the 1. I could just write x and y if you want. Plus a y squared over 1. All to the negative 1/2 power. Now, these all have the same denominator. So you can essentially just combine all of them. And then what you really just have is x squared plus 4xy plus y squared, all to the negative 1/2 power. And now, since they're all in one group, you can now basically write it as a fraction. You can write this as 1 over all of that. So going back, we can write our final answer as 1 over x squared plus, I'm trying to make sure you guys can see it. See if I can move that camera down a little bit. There you go. Make the whole expression 1 over x squared plus 4xy plus y squared in the denominator, all raised to the positive 1/2 power. And there you go. That's all there is to it. So I hope that helps. Good luck.